Hey, what's going on there, Dice Rolls? Paul here, and I'll be your DM for a little while. And today is part 4 of our Anime 5e series. And today I want to talk to you about defects and how they can add value to your story. But before we jump into that, if you're brand new to the channel, thank you so much for being here. Be sure to click that subscribe button down there, and you get videos like this in your inbox on a regular basis. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for watching and being a part of the channel here. So let's go ahead and go over to the primer and check out what we have in defects. So defects are like flaws in traditional D&D 5e, and defects are disadvantages through which your character must suffer in order to overcome the hardships of day-to-day life. Defects serve as an excellent and sometimes comical role-playing opportunity and offer interesting plot hooks for your DM to use during adventures. They should only impede your character to a limited extent, though, and are not intended to totally negate their many abilities. If assigned to items, defects indicate built-in flaws that make it difficult to use or render it less effective than normal. Carefully consider your number of defects that burden your character. 1 to 3 defects are typically appropriate, since your focus should be on the capabilities of your character rather than their disadvantages. Additionally, it should be rare to assign a multitude of defects above 1 rank due to the restrictive nature. Now, I think defects, like flaws, are powerful, like it says, role-playing tools. I mean, if you think of, all your superheroes, Hulk has anger issues, and, Tony Stark, Iron Man, has arrogance and pride issues. You have Black Widow, who has secrets, and those are all kind of included in these defects as well. By the way, when you choose defects, you actually get points back to add to your discretionary points. So if you choose 3 defects and they're 2 points apiece, let's say, then you're going to get back 6 points into your discretionary points that you can then use for either putting in attributes or your ability scores. So you do get a bonus for choosing defects. So let's go and take a look at some of these defects and show how you can use them in your character. So here's just a list of some of the defects. You have armor class penalty, much like you have armor class bonus. In the attributes, you have Bane, you have Blind Fury, Cursed, Degraded, Diminished Proficiency, Distracted, Easily Distracted, Fragile, Hounded, Impaired Manipulation, Impaired Speech, Inept Attack, an Ism of some kind, Limited Damage, Magnet, Marked, Nemesis, Nightmares, Obligated, Obstacle, Opposing Advantage, Phobia, Physical Impairment, Reduced Damage, Secret, like I talked about Black Widow, Sensory Impairment, Significant Other, which I believe is about if you have somebody that you're willing to just die for, whether that's, your spouse or a child or something like that, or just a best friend. Slow, Social Fault, Special Requirement, Susceptible, Unique, Vulnerability, Wanted, I like that one, and weak points. Okay, so let's take a look at Blind Fury. Under specific conditions selected by the player and approved by the DM, the character will enter a state of unbridled anger. While enraged, the character will furiously attack the closest person, whether that individual is a friend or foe. Once that person is defeated or flees, the berserk character will attack the next closest threat. Examples of conditions that might initiate Blind Fury include receiving a certain amount of damage, the sight of blood, a specific sound or smell, being outnumbered in combat, seeing a friend in danger, confrontation with a specific opponent, which could be like your nemesis. The character can only return to a normal emotional state under another specific condition, which I think of in, with the Hulk and Black Widow. She would go, hey, big guy, sun's getting low, right? And she'd put her hand up there, and they'd have to, kind of do that thing, which would bring them down, which is a cool dynamic between party members. So this return could involve a wisdom check, or it could be an automatic reversion over time. Examples of return condition include no targets in the vicinity, a specific calming technique, which I just said, performed by an ally, solitude, exposure to particular herbs, being knocked unconscious, etc. I'd also add there, I think a phrase might work as well. Maybe some sort of, something that gets said. Could be a certain word that triggers, or a phrase that triggers somebody to go into Blind Fury. So -2 points. Initiating the Blind Fury is difficult. Reverting to a normal emotional state is easy. So you get 2 points for that. -4, initiating the Blind Fury and reverting to a normal emotional state are both moderately difficult. And -6 points, initiating Blind Fury is easy. Reverting to a normal emotional state is difficult. So if you choose one of those particular levels, you're going to get that many discretionary points back to be able to use. So let's look at wanted. The character is wanted by the law, a powerful criminal or private guild or organization that has placed a price on their head. Being wanted is different from having a nemesis, since there is no single person devoting their life to annoying or hunting down a character. With wanted, the character needs to conceal their identity or move around regularly to avoid having strangers calling the city guard or pursuing the character, depending on the circumstances. So -2 points, the reward, contract, or other incentive offered is slight. -4 points, the reward, contract, or incentive is moderate. -6 points, the reward, contract, or other incentive offered is extreme. So depending on the bounty, it's 100 gold pieces versus 1,000,000 gold pieces that everybody's on alert. Think John Wick, right? I think that's be a great example too, that listen, there's a bounty and everybody's been alerted. The Thieves Guild is out for you. Some particular king is destined to get you because you robbed him, and so now he's alerting all the other kingdoms. So I think both of those are great defects for a character to have, because it puts puts your character in a different spot, and so you're responding to the environment, really, of what's going on around you. And those are the defects you can choose for your character. Once again, they recommend don't choosing more than 3, really. Otherwise, it kind of hampers your ability to play the awesome character you want to play. But I would like to hear from you. Which of those defects sounds cool to you? Do you like playing characters with defects? I would love your comments, so leave them down below. And once again, thanks for watching the video today. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Let me know you like the video and you want more of them. If you want to see some of my other videos, well, I'll put some right over here. You can check them out there. And until the next video, I'll catch you guys later.